Good day to everyone, and welcome to an exhibition match for the Lost Race. I will be your host. I am Dan here on the Crossing Minute channel, and what we're doing today is watching 8 Animal Crossing streamers, almost said YouTubers, but these folks actually span both YouTube and Twitch. 8 Animal Crossing live streaming competitors will compete to win the title of, I don't know, best one to gather all the lilies. No title has been given here. What's actually happening is not only is there an exhibition match of the Lost Race going on right now, but the community is coming together to raise some money for Okabe, who's going through a bit of a rough time. So that is what this is all about. Throughout this stream, you're going to have an opportunity to send in some donations, and your donations will actually impact the way things go on the island. And if you want to learn more about that, let me just go ahead and show you just what that looks like. There's our donation goal right there for the... that wasn't what I meant to put up, though. This is actually what I meant to put up. There we go. I'm going to put the donation goal on the screen a little bit later. This is just some of the chaos that you guys can start just by donating. So $5 would stop somebody moving for 5 seconds. The key is, if you're going to donate to try and cause that chaos, which I do support you, I support a good bit of chaos, you need to make sure that you put the name of the streamer you're donating to in the message of your donation. Otherwise, whatever punishment you're trying to give or advantage you're trying to give to the person you're looking to help or hurt, they're not going to know. So you have to make sure you put their name in the donation. Right now, we are awaiting everybody to arrive on the island. I'll show you right here, watching Trong's screen at the moment. We have people still flying in. Wilbo currently flying in, and we can actually go see from Wilbo's perspective what that looks like. Isn't that epic? Look at that. The classic loading screen. I was kind of hoping to see the flyover when I clicked over here, but it didn't work out that way, did it? There it is. Now, for the main broadcast, I do have my Livestream rules down below, so do be sure you're following those, but there's also some additional information as well as links on how to donate and cause that chaos I mentioned a little while ago. There's also links to every single person who is participating in the Lost Race, so you can go down there and you can pick and choose which people you would like to watch throughout the race. So this is the pre-race right now. We are just kind of getting everybody on the island, and it will be just a little bit before we actually get started. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in the background, and huge shout out to Trongy for putting this together. It's a massive amount of stuff and things. There are not just the 8 participants and myself a part of this broadcast, but there's a number of people in the background who are watching and helping to keep score, helping to make sure that we know exactly who's doing what, and helps me kind of switch to the different screens we're going to be switching to throughout the day. As you can see, there's a lot of people on loading screens right now flying in. So as the race is going on, you're going to be seeing a lot. There's a lot to see and do, and I'm going to be sweating the entire time. Probably worse than when I actually participate in the Lost Race. Some quick information about that, by the way. The Lost Race has been going on. It is still going on. It's an ongoing tournament that Trongy's put together. This is an exhibition match. So we're not going to see the winning team necessarily move on to another round. That's why the donations can kind of come into play here and cause chaos. That's why Trongy's participating in it. And in fact, quick note about Trongy participating in the Lost Race. He actually had a friend help build out the map a little bit and hide some lilies. So even the person who's put this together is playing doesn't know everything about the island, which is really good. I think that's going to make it really interesting. And I'm sure Trongy's been dying to participate in this contest ever since setting it up because it is a lot of fun. I'm going to sip some coffee. It's very hot, which is great. So folks are arriving on the island. We might be close here to game time. If we kind of look, it seems that the red team is lined up right now, hanging out. So the red team consists of Corey Dune, Canada Crossing, and Silly Heather Plays, and one more. There's Corey Dune. and we have D'Angela. Right, Angela and Donnie are also on the red team. I'm making sure there's so many people. I'm just trying to get it all straight in my head. Trongy's going to be on the blue team along with Cora Mora. We have Wilbo's World on the blue team and Captain Axe on the blue team as well. I love the blue team uniforms. These look fantastic. Everyone is dressed to the nines, which I love. It looks like Trongy is getting ready to tell everyone to best friend me if you haven't. What that does is oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't switching screens. What the best friending does here is allows everyone to manipulate the island, dig things, plant things, all that fun stuff. Moderators, by the way, thank you so much for helping out. There's a number of commands, so if people have questions today, there are some commands moderators can throw into chat and help answer those questions. I'm going to be doing my best to focus on the race, so that means I'm not going to be focused too much on what's going on in chat in the main broadcast. So I do apologize if you're trying to get my attention and I just won't answer you. It is a chaotic day here. So yes, Trongy, blue team. We have, I want to make sure I'm on the right screen here, Cora on the blue team. We have Wilbo and we have Cat Max on the blue team. We have Canada Crossing on the red team. We have Angela and Donnie on the red team. We have Corey Dune on the red team and Silly Heather Plays. Everyone is lined up. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out. I get to count everybody down to actually start this race, which is a lot of pressure. So I'm waiting to see when they would like me to do that, but there's just a few more things that need to happen before I can begin counting everybody in. So yeah, just stick around, stay tuned. So excited everybody's here. Be sure to share this stream with a friend. Let everybody you know who enjoys Animal Crossing live streams know that a whole bunch of live streamers are competing right now for fame and glory, and you can manipulate the outcome with your donations as well. So this is going to be a mess. This is going to be an epic mess. Right now, we're watching out for Trongy here, the owner of this island, just making sure that everybody is on the best friends list. And if anyone's not, that means they can't really participate. So there's Cap coming in. Captain Axe is now on the best friend list, which is good to see. We can probably begin here really soon. And hope everyone's having a good day. Let me know in chat right now, who would you like to see win the race? Not which team, although I would like to know that too, but who do you think is going to be the VIP of the whole thing, or who would you like to see as the VIP out of all the contestants? One of the things that can happen due to the donations is that team switching is totally a thing. People could end up on different teams throughout the race, so it's best not to get too attached to one single team. It's going to be quite possibly the biggest mess ever. Consul Kato is ready for Wilbo Chaos. Will the donation amount list be on your screen at all times? No, I will be taking that on and off the screen like this. So sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. It's easiest to see in this room right here. So yeah, I will be reminding people of donations. But they can definitely check out the other streamers as well. They have those up. Some of them have slideshows going. I did not have a chance to set that up, unfortunately. So yeah, there's a lot going on. Strong Mom Games is here. Hello. So I think it looks like everyone's sitting patiently waiting. I'm going to jump in here and see if they're waiting on me now to go ahead and count them in. Let me see here. All right.
But some people really hate this, so...
Hi.
Oh my god!
Oh god!
Hello, everybody. How are we today?
Oh my god, Warren.
I jumped into the wrong time. I was going to ask. I was going to ask if everyone was ready.
The whole time.
No, I was going to ask if everyone was ready.
Definitely ready.
Batman is ready.
Oh, okay.
Who snorted?
Me!
Glad
It was me, Heather. Heather.
EJ says hi to everybody, by the
Hey,
way.
EJ. Oh my god.
So, are we ready to count down and get started?
I
Sure,
suppose.
as ready as we'll
Oh,
ever
God.
be.
Yes.
Did you announce that we already had a team swap?
So then we
Wait.
need to switch to our
What
We were
happened?
sent to the blue team.
So right after crossing minute counts down to go, we'll all quickly just swap over to our team voice chat and then leave the seats.
Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
And the hunt is on.
Yes. And then we have Jess in red team, Akabe in the blue team to tell us how the donuts affect us as this is happening, so we don't have to pay attention to it.
All right, cool.
Woo.
So there was
Thank
already a
you.
team swap. Who swapped?
We did, and D'Angela.
And Captain X.
Okay. I did just let everybody know not to get too attached to the teams the way they are. So that
Very
works.
smart.
All right.
Big brain.
So is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's go.
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
You'll be starting on the word go in 3, 2,
Oh god.
1.
One comes next. Okay.
Well, now I'm
Did
gonna
you
wait.
miss that day in school?
Now I'm gonna wait. I was going for drama.
Get back on your seat.
I'm gonna start at 2 again, and then I'm gonna say 1. All right, now go.
Okay.
They are off officially. Here we go, kicking off the Lost Race exhibition round. That was painfully technically bad. Let me try that again. I messed up my entire intro. I pushed all the buttons at once. I fat fingered it, as they say. All right, let me just try that one more time. Now we're starting the Lost Race. The teams are off. We're watching Trongi right now, who is on the blue team, I think. It's going to be very hard to keep in touch with everybody and what teams they're on. Already finding one Lily of the Valley and hanging out next to the red base. For everyone's reference, the red base is on the left-hand side of the island. The blue base is all the way on the right-hand side. And the teams are going to be running around just right now, probably trying to collect some lilies. I personally like the strategy of visiting my base when I am playing, but it seems this is Canada Crossing here. We're looking at different screens right now, and folks are just on the hunt for lilies. We're going to need to refresh this one right here. Silly Heather Plays is also looking around for some lilies. Let's see, Koramora close to the blue base right now, maybe just checking things out before heading in. We have Wilbo's World, last I checked, on the blue team, who is going to be looking behind the island for some lilies. And then Captain Axe, of course, is now switched to a red bandana and is on the red team looking for some lilies as well. Pretty close, it seems, to the red team side base. I am nervous for all of these participants. I'm nervous for myself. This is a lot. This is a lot going on. A lot is happening. The crowd, of course, you all are probably feeling the pressure as well for your favorite teammates here. Taking a look at Trongi's screen right now, looking at the front of the island. We need to pay close attention to Trongi, who told us that someone helped manipulate the island, so he wouldn't be fully aware of where all the lilies are and maybe a couple other obstacles as well. But I would say if Trongi's on your team, you've got to have a pretty decent advantage right now. So let's take a look here. I'm getting some word that different folks are doing different things, and I'm trying to make sure I find the right screen. Let's see. Heather is going to be on the beach, burying pitfalls and then falling into them as advertised. I was told this was happening, and it is indeed happening. Meanwhile, Corey Dune is going to be doing some base fortifications over on the red team. A very smart move. Good to get that done early on. Just kind of get the lay of the land, kind of understand what you need to do. Corey's going to actually take down some trees while Canada Crossing considers coming in through the front door. And already some shrubs have gone up on their right side entrance. I would say that is the most vulnerable entrance in the base. It's the one that needs the most protecting. It's the one that can be kind of brute forced into, while other sections of the base can be protected in different ways so that people can't really get in if you set up everything right. I'm being told that Wilbo is not in the racing mindset right now. I tend to disagree. I think Wilbo's doing a great job jumping around the island. This is the hay bale maze. It can be very stressful to navigate, and you know, every time I check it, I don't find anything here, but I haven't seen anybody jump in this maze yet, so perhaps Wilbo can find a few lilies hidden in there. So Corey, Dune, and Canada are both going to be prepping the red team base right now, which is very exciting. These edges here, these cliff edges, are very vulnerable, and it'll be interesting to see if either of them decide to put some shrubs to make sure nobody can climb up and get inside. Let's see what else is going on throughout the map here. Corey Dune, again, we know is at the red base. Now, Angela and Donnie are swapped to the blue team. Last I checked anyway. It looks like right now the blue team consists of D'Angela, Koromora, Trongi, and Wilbo, and Angela and Donnie are here to hide some lilies near their base. They're not putting them in the base. Now, that's one of the things. Each team can only have each person can only have 2 lilies in their inventory at any given time. So if you come upon a third lily, you have to leave it there or put one down. And it seems, wow, they brought a lot of stuff. It seems that Angela and Donnie have hidden 2 lilies next to the blue base. You need to plant them in the sand inside your base. So this strategy, we've actually seen it a few times before, of planting the lilies outside, because the base itself, especially early on, is very vulnerable. People will try to break in and steal your lilies. They're just kind of there for the taking. So a good strategy for either of these teams would be to do a check around a similar location next to each team base. Just go in and see, how are things kind of shaping up? What's the lay of the land here? Are people hiding lilies? What's going on? So I'm being told that Trongi is actually hiding lilies from his teammates, which is a very interesting strategy. So Trongi's hiding them at the front of the base. This is an interesting turn of events. My guess is that Trongi is feeling guilty for knowing a lot about this map. And let's be fair, it is a lot. Trongi created this map. So it is very unfair that he has this advantage. But Trongi is going to hide lilies from his own teammates, which is very confusing. I don't think Trongi is like in it to win it for the blue team. I think Trongi is hoping someone uses a donation to swap him over to the red team so that he can cause the ultimate chaos. Now, again, as a reminder, this is the donation list. If you choose to donate to Okabe and help out a friend in need, you can manipulate the game. You can cause chaos of your own. Just be sure that the name of the person you want to target with your donation is in the message. Your donation will be, the message will be passed along, and those donations will, of course, go directly to supporting Okabe, but also directly to causing the most amount of trouble for this game. Just before it started, there was already a team swap, so things have already been very, very dicey for the donations here. It looks like Wilbo is collecting some white mums and also getting stuck in various parts of the island. Wilbo may have an interesting strategy here. I don't know if the white mum collection is on purpose or by accident. It's interesting because there's other white flowers besides the lily of the valley, of course, and those could be used to kind of plant around your base and, in a panic, trick the opposing team to maybe grabbing those instead of your very precious lilies of the valley. It would appear that D'Angela is going to be doing some base fortifications. I'm assuming around the blue team. Yes, D'Angela is still on the blue team, and they're looking around the base to try and fortify everything. And by the way, there was just a $50 donation, so thank you so much for that, whoever did donate that. A $50 donation, of course, means the streamer can carry 3 lilies for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. No, that's a $30, excuse me. Name one person on each team to switch sides. The red text threw me. So the $50 donation actually is another team swap, so I don't know exactly who's swapping teams just yet. It appears the voice chats have not moved. Wilbo, Trongi, Cora, and D'Angela still on the blue team. That team swap is probably getting figured out right now. So let's see. Wilbo apparently has just found a lily. So let's pop over here. Yep, just behind the villager homes are lilies hiding back there. That is awesome to see. I don't know how many Wilbo has on his person at the moment. Let's see. So Trongi is going to switch teams with anyone on the red team. So Trongy is now joining the red team, or yes, it seems like that's what that would mean. That team swap still might be getting figured out. I'm just keeping an eye on the voice chats to see who ends up moving to where. You'll notice that Trongy's not moving right now because everything's probably trying to get sorted. Why don't we go ahead and listen in here? I'll just unmute.
I'm never gonna get
Hi. Hi, team.
Bye. Miss you. See you later.
So as you heard there, it looks like Trongy joined the red team, and Silly Heather Plays is now on the blue team and is making their way back to the blue side. Oh my goodness. Two team swaps. We've barely begun this 2-hour race or 1.5-hour race. It kind of depends. It can vary. Again, donations can impact that as well. So yeah, we have already people swapping to different teams. So Heather's going to just kind of hop around to different areas of the island, still looking for Lilies of the Valley kind of hidden around. All right, let's take a peek at what's going on over on Canada Crossing side. Canada Crossing going to plant some lilies around their base, just try to make sure that things are fortified. Putting the shrubs at the cliff edges, very, very smart, very necessary, something that's really good to do to make sure that people can't climb inside your base. This is how you keep people out completely. The warp pipes, I'm just noticing, are no longer in the team bases. I don't know if they're around the map, but in the last round I played, there were warp pipes in that section that Canada Crossing is standing in right now. This means that the back of the base is going to also be very, very vulnerable because the warp pipe created kind of a really nice impenetrable barrier to people that were trying to brute force their way into the base, and that is not happening anymore. Now with that warp pipe gone, there's going to need to be a lot of fortification here. There are 2 areas to keep in touch with, and it seems that Trongy is reinforcing the right-hand side entrance of the red base as well. So the red base getting extra fortifications, but it's good to note here that this match has 4 people on each team as opposed to 3 we normally have. So even though there are more holes in the base for people to try and get in, the teams could body block to keep people out. So that is still an option that is on the table. Let's take a look at Cora, who is going to be behind the villager houses, either hiding or looking for lilies. It's not too clear because we did just swap over here. And then it seems that Cat and Axe has found a lily and is trying to get up to it. It is also probably something I should mention. The the lilies you find in certain areas sometimes are unreachable on purpose. They're kind of placed there to trick you, to kind of, maybe waste people's time a little bit. Cat and Axe looks like they have just 1 lily on their person right now, so they're probably pretty good to go here. It does appear, too, that we just got a $25 donation I'm seeing, which means somebody is going to need to swim 1 lap around the entire island. That is going to take quite some time. Corey Dune has apparently found a present just a minute ago and does not like it. I don't know what that means. I don't know what they found. And Trongy. It is Trongy that's going to swim a lap around the island, luckily already wearing a wetsuit. Oh my goodness. So Trongy's going to go ahead and hide some lilies and then make his way to the beach. Oh my gosh. That is going to take... That's worse than the punishment of having to stop what you're doing. For $10, you can make somebody not move for a period of time. The swimming around the island is very punishing. Very, very punishing. I'm being told as well, I've gotten a report here that Dongela has decided they're going to screw around. They're not really going to take the race seriously. You can see they're thinking about exploring the museum. Oh, let's see what they do here. They're going to plant a shrub. It's kind of interesting to see this. I haven't personally hung out at the museum on the Lost Race Island, and it's interesting to see that Dongela is just kind of like spending some time here. It might be, if you take the right amount of shrubs away, it might be a good place to kind of hide some lilies for later. Not that I would personally recommend that, but yes. Someone else has to swim. There has been a $25 donation as well. There's Trongy up there, contemplating why he created this race, why he made it so people have to swim, and switch teams and all the chaos and confusion is probably something that he's contemplating, looking off into the distance there. Another $25 donation as well. People are getting sent to swim around the map like crazy. It's just going to be a live stream of people swimming around the map here in a moment. Let's kind of pop around to different areas. Canada crossing, planting some lilies in the base. Feeling good about the fortifications that were made, and now going to just plant some lilies, hide them behind various cliffs. I would say this is a safe strategy. It would appear that the other teams are very distracted with various punishments that they have to deal with from all the different donations that they're getting. Silly Heather Plays is going to be looking for finding a lily in this trench maze here. Let's take a look at Wilbo, who is seeming to, put on a wetsuit. Well, Wilbo's going to go ahead and take a lap around the island. Oh my gosh. Anyone stuck doing this is going to be here for a while. Cat and Axe is in a very appropriate area, looking very piratey over here with the cannons, and just on the hunt for some lilies right now. It does sound like Heather has recently found a lily, and meanwhile, Dongela has planted some lilies. You know what's very, very interesting is Angela and Donnie have planted a lily in a spot that nobody can get. There was not a lily on that platform in the water a moment ago, and essentially just now a lily has been taken out of play. Nobody can retrieve that lily, and a point is now removed from the board, which I believe means it is possible that there could be a tie, because there's supposed to be an uneven amount of lilies. So now the chaos is exploding. We have people donating, causing a lot of chaos and madness, but then we also have just people making mistakes like that, or maybe it was on purpose. There's really no way to know. I just hope that the game can recover from this. If all the lilies are found and there's a dead split, I'm not sure what's going to happen. Cora's taking a lap, it seems, around the island, passing by a bunch of lilies that cannot be collected. These lilies are here to basically tease everybody, and there's no way to get those, unfortunately. Believe me, I've tried. It can't be done. Wilbo's taking a very slow lap, kind of, gonna hang out, enjoy the evening breeze. Note, it is winter on the island, so this is very, very cold. And I'm told he would like fitting music to swim to, so let's take a listen here.
I'm trying to set up stuff so people know what's going on.
Or
Just
just
swimming forever.
Yeah. Wait, how long can I carry 3 for?
for 10 minutes. For 10 minutes, you can carry 3 lilies.
Oh, you said forever?
I
Hey, how's it
No,
going,
just
Cora?
10 minutes. 10 minutes, Wilbo. 10 minutes.
So that is a very interesting turn of events. Not only does Wilbo have to take a lap around the entire island, but a 10-minute timer is currently running for Wilbo that allows him to carry 3 lilies at once. So this is not a great place to be when you have such an advantage, when you're able to carry 3 lilies, but you're not able to play. So this is especially cruel to the blue team right now, which Wilbo is still on, by the way. No more team swaps have happened to my knowledge. So meanwhile, we're going to check on Heather again, who is fortifying the blue base. We have not seen much action on the blue base. It does seem there are some folks here, but I can't tell if they're on the red team or the blue team. Someone's wearing a hat that says red team, but I know there's been some team swaps, and I don't know who that is. So oh, here we go. That's Corey Dune, who is on the, let's see here. Yep, is on the red team. So Corey Dune is actually invading the red team base right now and checking to see if they are going to be, hiding any lilies outside of the base. I think they're going to be successful here. Did they just manage to grab a lily? I couldn't tell. The inventory opened very quickly. We're just going to keep following along. It does look like Silly Heather has 1 lily in their pocket. Are they going to find another hidden lily from around the base? If they look just a little bit to the north, they might see the lily that Angela and Donnie planted just a little while earlier. Just a little farther north. Oh, Silly Heather's going to climb back up the cliff and say no to those hidden lilies. Whether they know it or not, they just missed out on a bit of an opportunity here. So Silly Heather's going to be checking the trenches as well, and it does seem like there's maybe a picture of a lily on the ground. Let me try to dig that. And no, I think Silly Heather did it. Silly Heather has found 2 lilies that the blue team had hid behind their base and is going to run back to the red team area now and begin hiding them. Our first invasion, first blood has been drawn. Oh my gosh. Silly Heather here probably feeling very, very good. I'm looking at Corey Dune's screen. I apologize. I keep saying Silly Heather because of the tabs. This was Corey Dune the entire time. Everything I said about Silly Heather, just apply that to Corey Dune. It's a big day for me, all right? There's like a lot going on, and Corey Dune's name is like right here. But as you know, I can't read, which is just one of the things that cripples me as the host of this competition. So Corey Dune is the one who has found those lilies and is now going to hide them behind the red team base. Now, I would say the mistake here would be hiding them behind the same areas where you just found them, but it does seem like Corey Dune might be doing just that. Hopefully they can be a little more stealthy than the blue team was. Those were probably not great hiding places that the blue team chose, and that is why they're in this mess. Wow, it seems like the red team actually has quite a few lilies. This is a lot of lilies for this early in the game. The red team is going to be pretty vulnerable here. Look at that. There's just 5 lilies right here, and another 4 or 5 on the other side, and then we saw some up on the cliffs as well. So Silly Heather just decided to put their Corey Dune, decided to put those inside the red base, where Canada Crossing is going to be just on the lookout for anyone trying to break in. Having 2 main entrances is going to make it very tough for Canada to defend that all on his lonesome, but we wish him the best of luck. Just real quick as a reminder, we are collecting donations for Okabe, going through kind of a rough time, and the community is coming together with 33% of the way to that goal right now, and your donations can cause chaos across this game. Already team swaps have happened. People have gotten the ability to carry extra lilies. People have had to take laps. It's a mess. There's a lot of manipulation going on here in this game, and it's causing me a big headache because people keep swapping teams, and I can't keep track of anybody. So let's take a look at Wilbo. I've been getting some notes about Wilbo, who's finished his lap now. I think can still carry some extra lilies there for a little bit of time. Corey Dune can also carry 3 lilies for 10 minutes, and they said someone on the red team. I'm going to guess they gave that to Corey Dune. So yes, that was Corey Dune right here, who can now carry 3 lilies, which is going to be kind of a challenge because I think the red team already has all of the lilies by my count. Canada Crossing here is going to continue fortifying that red team base, by the way, and doing a fantastic job. This planted a lot of trees, has made it pretty much a maze. Just getting around the space is not a simple trick. But someone's coming in and chopping down the trees. I don't know who that is. My thoughts are that they're on the blue team, though. They are not pleased with Canada's work, and they're going to chop down all of the defenses, all of the trees, and it's let's see. I see Captain Axe is here, who is on the red team. Captain Axe is going to try and assist a little bit. What will they do here? Captain Axe is going to plant some lilies. Are they going to try and trap this intruder in their base? Are they going to try and protect their lilies? Let's see how this shakes out. It's going to be a bit of a fight here. So they're going to dig up some stumps. There's not a lot, unless Captain Axe jumps on that stump, there's not a lot they can do to defend the base. Oh, and there it is. The stump is gone. Captain Axe is going to try desperately to pick up the lilies that were just planted. So the blue team cannot take them home. But I would say even if someone's going to come in there and take 2 or 3 lilies from the base, that's okay. I mean, they're in pretty good shape. Oh my gosh. The battle that's going on in the red team base right now. Lilies being picked up, trees being chopped down. Unbelievable. Canada Crossing and Captain Axe are not quite sure what to do. I have to imagine there is a bit of a panic going on for the red team. Let's take a quick listen here.
There's palm trees on this island. Because you can't sit on them, which means we could potentially do a little trappy trick.
Well, that was not very panicky. I was expecting... I would be screaming right now. This is not good. Having someone come in your base so early and take all of your defenses and put them through the test when you've done so much work. It seems that more blue team folks are going to be jumping in here. I want to say... Let me just take a look here. I think is that Corey Dune who's jumping into the fight here? Corey Dune is supposed to be on the red team, but I'm not seeing them in the Discord right now, which I'm not sure if that means a team swap has occurred or if Corey Dune is just not in the Discord at the moment. But that's how I've been keeping track of who's on what team. I think Corey Dune's here to cause some trouble. It's really hard to say. No, Corey Dune has picked up some lilies. Yeah, I think with the team swaps, I'm at a loss here. I don't know who's on whose team, so I don't know who's trying to sabotage the red team or who's trying to help the red team. Oh, a tree's being planted. I'm guessing Corey Dune is still on the red team. Corey had to disconnect because of a donation for 5 minutes. Oh, okay. I did not realize. So there is a donation that can come in causing someone to have to disconnect from their team's Discord for 5 minutes. Yep, $15. So that is why. So Corey Dune has no communication with the rest of the team right now and is just going to do their best to try and suss out the situation without having that context and maybe rebuild the red base a little bit. I just noticed the warp pipe had actually moved to the middle of the red team base. Very, very vulnerable spot for that. So that is why there is some extra shrubbery and trees just kind of placed around it to make sure that, nothing goes too horribly wrong. I do see Dongela in chat saying that we've raised 36% of the goal. Now wait a minute. What's going on here? Now, Angela and Donnie are two people, so I suppose one of them could be monitoring the different streams going on. That's fair. We got reports earlier that you were quote-unquote screwing around. So seeing you in chat here does kind of add a little bit of validity to that report, but it is worth noting that there's two people behind that one character. Trongy has broke his shovel. In the blue base, broken shovel. Does Trongy have extra shovels? I'm not sure. It seems that Cat and Axe is going to be looking for some more lilies. Dropped him back at the base, looking around the map here. I haven't paid attention to blue team in quite some time, so let's just see here. Trongy's going to be asking for a spare shovel. This is the host of the entire game, the person who put it all together. They're going to be asking anyone and everyone if they have a spare shovel. So Trongy is, as far as I'm aware, this is not necessarily a punishment, or maybe it is from a donation. Maybe it's just bad luck. Trongy brought one shovel and did not think to bring more. Classic rookie mistake in the Lost Race. You definitely need multiple tools so you don't end up in this very situation. Trongy is shovelless and cannot dig up any lilies. Meanwhile, Cora is going to defend lilies on the blue team base. It seems that all is quiet at the moment at the blue team base. I think there is someone behind that tree, but I think they're just planting flower seedlings. Interesting strategy here. I need to know who is in the blue team base planting the seedlings right now. This is going to make it a huge pain in the butt to try and plant lilies. They're jumping in the pipe. They've gone away. That is Silly Heather Plays. Silly Heather Plays is on the blue team and has planted a lot of seedlings. So that is an interesting strategy for the blue team. I thought that was a sabotage on the red team side. No, Silly Heather has planted a number of seedlings around the blue team base, which Cora is defending. We can see them kind of at the bottom of the screen there, and those take up a lot of real estate. You can stack them by having multiple flower bags in your inventory and have them only take up one space, and you can just kind of plant them throughout. So this was interesting. I would say this would be a really good thing to do to the other team, so they don't have as many places to bury lilies. They have to dig up flowers before they can plant them down. So the blue team now is the one who has to dig up flowers before they can plant them down, and it does concern me for their future. Cora is defending the blue base, but as we know, the red team has a lot of lilies over at their base. And I am worried about the defensive strategy here for the blue team, because as far as I'm aware, they have not picked up nearly as many Lilies. Now, they have been hiding them around their base, but we did see earlier that members of the red team were finding those Lilies and bringing them back to their own base and just putting them, wherever in their base. No big deal. So this is quite the conundrum. Trongy has gone to Nook's Cranny and bought a shovel. We just missed it. I did not realize Nook's was open, so this is very resourceful of Trongy. Now, Nook's does not sell golden shovels, so Trongy's going to have to stick with the kind of junk that the Nooklings tend to sell, but we'll probably get by. Now, Trongy's chosen to only buy one shovel from Nook's, and this is going to hopefully not be a problem. One shovel could last maybe for the rest of the round, unless Trongy gets into a situation where a lot of digging is required and a lot of hits go on to that shovel. Oh my goodness. Did you know that today's presentation has been brought to you by Harriet? Harriet's Haircuts. If you're looking for a sweet new look, you can visit Harriet. You can go to Harv's Island to find Harriet and realize that, oh wait, I have already gotten all the haircuts I need. I already have all the new looks I have. So this stream is actually brought to you by mirrors. Mirrors are a great place to change your look whenever you want. You can completely ignore Harriet. There is no point to Harriet's hairdressing services. All right, back to the game here where Trongy is going to be searching the back of the island, looking for some more Lilies. Now, with a new shovel, can go in and actually collect them, which is very good to see. Canada Crossing is now breaking into the blue team base. We see Cora's screen right now. Cora is going to defend the two Lilies here. Canada Crossing is going to walk right by Cora and just begin picking up the various trees that have been planted. This is going to remove the defenses around the pipes as well if Canada Crossing decides, yep, I'm going to chop down this tree and make sure that the warp pipe is exposed, and now anyone can just bust into the blue base from the middle whenever they want. Cora is just going to make sure that no one can take these Lilies by standing right on top of them, which is a body blocking strategy. So Canada is currently invading the blue team base and really, really giving them heck. This is a lot of things that Canada Crossing is going to be picking up, chopping down, going to take away the stumps. This will fully open up the warp pipe so that invaders can get in from the middle. Cora Mora, not too concerned about this, though. Cora is just going to, hang out with the two Lilies that have been planted in the base. We have no idea how many Lilies have been buried outside of the blue team base by the blue team. We don't know if members of the red team are still finding those. There's just so much going on. Oh my gosh. All right, let's take a look now at Wilbo's screen. Wilbo, of course, still on the blue team, has not been swapped over to the red team at any point, and is just behind the blue team base at the moment, and is going to fall into a pitfall, probably planted by Wilbo himself or someone else on the blue team. So that's a shame. Wilbo is seeing the damage that Canada Crossing is causing, and just kind of making an assessment. So again, we're not sure where all of the blue team's stuff is at the moment, but we do know that things are not looking too good for the blue team. Score-wise, could be pretty bad. Base-wise, definitely not good. Silly Heather Plays is going to be hanging out in the blue base. On the blue team currently, trying to rebuild a little bit using bamboo instead of trees, which is a pretty good strategy. You actually can't sit upon bamboo, so that makes it a little bit more challenging. If you chop down bamboo, you absolutely have to dig it up if you want it out of your way. It looks like we're also going to dig up some of the flower seedlings that were planted just a bit earlier. I did see that $50 donation come through, which means a team swap is about to occur. I'm not sure who is going to be subjected to this team swap, but we are waiting to see. Danny can't move for 5 seconds. Trongy can carry 3 Lilies for 10 minutes. Just another update that came in a few minutes ago. So Danny is going to, that's Canada Crossing, is going to not move. Oh, that was 5 seconds. All right, so we're good there. Heather's in the blue base, but is now swapping with Corey. Okay. So Silly Heather Plays is swapping to the red team while in the blue team base. This is a very interesting turn of events. We were just watching. This is Silly Heather Plays we're watching now, and we see that Silly Heather is considering their options. All right, so I've planted all these seedlings everywhere, which was now probably can be viewed as a sabotage. And there we go, too. Corey Dune has put on a blue team hat, which does make my life a lot easier. So Silly Heather is just kind of deciding what to do. I think maybe thinking about jumping in the pipe to maybe head over to the red base. Silly Heather's a really good lay of the land, knows that the blue team does not have a lot to offer at the moment, and it's kind of funny to just watch everybody think in real time here. Maybe we can take a listen here.
I only have one in my pocket, so I can actually pick this one up that Wilbo just dropped. Thanks.
I have 2 in my pockets, and it was going to go to them.
I'm going to Marshall by accident.
Is our other thing blocked off? Like the pipe? I don't think it is.
Yeah.
It is?
It should be.
Oh, no, it's not. That's great.
Okay.
So as we can see, Silly Heather has just made it back into the red base, the home of their new team. So just as a quick update, the teams currently consist of Canada Crossing, Silly Heather Plays, Trongy, and Captain Axe on the red team. On the blue team, we have Dongela, Koramora, Corey Dune, and Wilbo. So the teams have been shuffled around quite a bit since the beginning of this match. As a reminder, we're all here to witness who is going to be taking home the trophy in this exhibition match. The Lost Race, the red team versus the blue team. Who do you think is going to win? Let us know in chat right now. Who are you rooting for? And again, don't get too attached to any of these teams because everyone keeps getting swapped around. All right, back to the race now. Checking out what Trongy is up to. Trongy's checking the trenches. Trongy's going to be looking around for some lilies, while over on the blue team base, Core is going to be re-blocking the pipe so people cannot find their way in, and more blue team members are currently using it as well. So that was interesting to see. Core is trying to dig up this spot, but it's just not working. There we go. So people coming in and out of the pipes do impact your ability to dig around them. We've just learned that 1 minute has been added to the game time thanks to a donation that's come in. So 1 minute. The game is supposed to go on for an hour and 30 minutes, but 1 minute has just been added. A total of 30 minutes could be added through donations alone, so do keep that in mind. Captain's going to be burying some lilies at the red base. When it comes to the red team and burying lilies, nothing really surprises me too much. The red team has a lot of lilies. The blue team is going to be making their way to check them out. Now, do remember, there have been a number of red team members who know exactly what that base looks like move to the blue team. So they are definitely going to want to go in there and see if they can maybe pick up some extra lilies, which means if you are rooting for somebody who is on the blue team right now, you could give them the ability to carry 3 lilies while they make their visit to the red team, and that will be a huge blow to the red team's score if enough of the blue team can get in there and pick those lilies straight out of their base. We know the red team is burying quite a few. It does seem like one was hidden next to the red team base as well, so they are also perhaps utilizing that strategy of putting different lilies outside and around the base. So this is going to be kind of messy for anyone who does attack the red team. There are several lilies perhaps planted around their base too. I am seeing the red team having a huge advantage here. So let's check it out. Wilbo is currently trying to get into the red base. Again, a lot of the folks know the word is out by now, surely, that the red team, they got lilies. They got the lilies. Wilbo's going to heat some coconuts to dig up some trees. Pretty lean inventory there for Wilbo. So this makes it pretty easy to kind of bust in the back door, dig up some trees, not worry about cutting them down. Going to dig up a pitfall. I would assume there's something else hiding behind that cliff. We'll see. And Wilbo's going to try and collect some of the lilies here, but Captain is going to try and block. And now this is really interesting. So 2 lilies are planted right at the entrance, and Wilbo's trying to scoop them up. Cannot be blocked, cannot be stopped by Captain, who is doing their best to make sure Wilbo just cannot get in any further. The red team is fortified. There's a secondary wall in the base preventing Wilbo from moving ahead. Wilbo's going to need to get crafty here. Oh, did manage to scoop up a Lily from the red team side, and now is going to try and break in to get the other one. Captain is doing his best, doing his darndest to make sure that nobody can get that second Lily. But again, if Wilbo just checks outside, there may be some extra ones there as well. Wilbo did get in through that secondary wall and is looking to grab. Yes, another Lily has been grabbed by Wilbo, and Wilbo is going to make his way back to the blue team base. 2 Lilies stolen just now from the red team, who has a massive, massive supply. Wilbo is going to go ahead and open up the warp pipe now. This means that Wilbo can leave, but now others can get in if the red team chooses not to dig that up fast enough. There he goes. Triumphant. Let's see if he lands inside the blue base. No. Wilbo is on the beach, but Trongy is here, and Trongy is going to be hiding some Lilies next to this warp pipe. Very interesting strategy from Trongy, who seems to be, for some reason, continuing to hide Lilies all over the island. I was saying at the beginning of this match that if you have Trongy on your team, you're in really good shape because Trongy helped create the map. Trongy knows what's going on. Trongy's carrying 3 Lilies at the moment and just kind of holding on to them and deciding where to put them down. This is a very, very weird thing to do. I don't know why you would sabotage your own team. Trongy's currently on the red team. Maybe that's why. Maybe Trongy wants to be back on the blue team. Maybe Trongy is waiting for a donation to come in and swap him back to the other team. It's impossible to know. How will we ever know? I don't know. But Trongy is here with 3 Lilies right now, running around by the blue base. Will he go in here now and give them those 3 Lilies? Or will he hold on to them and not tell? Never tell. Take it to the grave. Let's see. Core is going to sit on the Lilies. Oh, wait. Yeah, Trongy's on the red team. This is an invasion. Sorry. See? It's so confusing. So Trongy's actually here to perhaps ruin the red team's base. Carrying 3 Lilies, which, as far as I'm aware, is the max amount of Lilies one can carry with a donation to help them out. So Trongy's not here to steal anything, just to cause some havoc in the blue team base, which we've seen a lot of havoc here in this base today. Let's see what happens. Is Trongy gonna give them a Trongy is going to consider planting a Lily. Misses their blue team. Trying, it seems, to plant a Lily in their base. I'm just watching intently to see. Are you going to do it? Yes. Oh, perhaps there was a punishment. Let's see. Red's invading the blue team via the pipe, but I didn't quite catch that. Trongy dropped a Lily in the opposite base because his 10 minutes is up. Oh, okay. So Trongy was carrying 3 Lilies, but the 10 minutes to carry them have been run out now. So that's what Trongy was doing, giving 1 Lily to the blue team because he was supposed to. That makes more sense. All right, Wilbo is going to refuse to use the tool wheel, but will use the emote wheel. No, here we go. I was just told that Wilbo's refusing to use the tool wheel. I have seen players who don't like the tool wheel, and it does confuse me to no end. I love the tool wheel, personally. This stream brought to you by the tool wheel. Tool wheel! For when you need convenience and you're not silly. Cora can now carry 3 Lilies for 10 minutes and is going to take advantage of this advantage and run around the island looking for more Lilies to collect. It'll be really interesting to see if Cora can find any anywhere but the red team base. It does look like she's making her way straight to their base, and that's what I would do as well. I would just make a beeline for the red team base because those are going to be where the most Lilies are, where they are the most accessible. Let's see if Cora can make it inside the red team base here and find herself some extra Lilies. Jumping in the water here, I assume, because she's trying to find a way into the base. Maybe from the back. Maybe we're going to be stealthy right now. Let's see. Cora's going to try to get on the beach. This mechanic right here, by the way, quick rant. For some reason, you can't access the beach from an angle, and that's very annoying, and we should all write Nintendo about it. All right. Anyway, Cora is behind the red team base right now on the side and is just looking to see if there's an extra way in. what I would do if I were playing right now is remove some of those shrubs, if they're accessible anyway. Perhaps they are not. Perhaps Cora clocked that. Meanwhile, something's going on over here. Is Trongy cheating? Trongy has been contemplating kicking designs to make space to hide Lilies because it's his island. I would definitely say that is cheating. I think that is definitely cheating. Trongy is going to plant some Lilies in front of Able Sisters and make his way down here. Now, again, Trongy did create this map. It has been slightly adjusted by a friend, so he doesn't know everything, doesn't know all the twists and turns. But the custom designs do prevent hiding of Lilies in a lot of different spaces. So if Trongy is thinking about removing some of those designs right now, that would be a very OP strategy, considering he's the only one who can do it. Meanwhile, we're told that Heather is going to steal some Lilies from the blue team base. Cora has been watching this base like a hawk, but has decided to run out to try and collect more Lilies. It will be for naught. This will even out the score if Cora manages to, stay gone long enough and enough red team members come in and steal from the blue base. So, interesting. We're going to see, I believe this is, yes, Silly Heather, sit down and block the blue team's Lilies. I'm assuming Silly Heather's going to try and get the rest of their teammates, like Trongy's here, for example, to come and grab some extra Lilies. Let's go to Trongy's screen real quick. Can Trongy pick these up? Oh, Trongy's going to body block. I see. I was waiting to see if the screen would clear up. So Trongy is body blocking the blue team's flowers. Now remember, Trongy is currently on the red team, so this is an attack. This is an attack on the blue team's base, and the blue team is going to frantically try and pick up their Lilies before any more red team members can make it inside to take their Lilies. We've seen the blue team kind of go through a lot right now. They've lost quite a bit, but Wilbo's just found some Lilies that Trongy hid earlier and is now looking like pretty excited. Probably going to make his way back to the blue base, tell his friends about it, maybe plant him in there. Who knows? Maybe have no idea that there's an invasion ongoing right now. Trongy making the escape via ocean. Cora is going to come into the blue base from the back. Canada Crossing, meanwhile, going to block the entrance. However, when Cora does inevitably get in this base, she will be devastated. We've seen Cora protect the Lilies for most of this game. Takes one break, and of course, an invasion has occurred, and now the blue team is going to be missing some points here. Let's see if Canada Crossing is successful at blocking Cora from her own base. It does seem that Canada Crossing has enabled a linebacker strategy, acting as a brick wall, keeping Cora out. Canada Crossing is going to fortify this entrance in real time while Cora does her best to try and remove these fortifications. And it does seem like she's actually successful here because Canada Crossing can't seem to dig holes fast enough to plant more shrubs. Will she make it in? Yes. Oh, this is the red base. Excuse me. Gosh, these bases look so similar. We are in the red base. Cora has made it. We do remember that Cora did get that advantage to pick up 3 Lilies. Is she going to be able to do that now? Cora is digging her way into one of the stashes of Lilies. And can we see? Yes, it looks like Cora may have grabbed one. Let's see if we get an inventory shot. I'm seeing Cora continue to dig. Is that the 2 Lilies she needs? Perhaps 3. Yes, 3 Lilies. Cora is currently carrying 3 Lilies and has managed to successfully invade the red team base and was able to walk out the front door. Cora now making her way back to the blue team base where we do know there was an invasion. We do know that a number of Lilies have been stolen. The numbers are starting to shift, though. The red team is starting to probably feel vulnerable here because they did have quite a few Lilies that were planted, and we did see just now that it's thinned out. It's thinned out a little bit. Some of those may have been moved to the back of the base. It's hard to tell, but, there was enough in there for Cora to come in. Still has that advantage, as far as I'm aware, to carry multiple Lilies, so 3 Lilies instead of 2. Let's go over to Angela and Donnie navigating the wheat maze, or the wheat fields. Basically, that's a farming area with a big maze in it. They're behind the blue base at the moment. Now, Dongela, who is currently still on the blue team, is going to check things out. How many lilies does the blue team currently have? Can we see that? It does seem like Captain Axe on the red team is going to follow Dongela in there, and you know, just to let them know I'm here. You know, I'm watching you. I am watching you, and I know you have lilies, and I will be back. I don't know Captain Axe's inventory situation at the moment. Let's see. No lilies. Captain Axe has another problem. Captain Axe has a lot of stuff in his inventory, which means it's going to be really, really tough to be here and actually take some lilies because there's no room. Perhaps there is... Captain's exploring and hunting for more lilies, as what I'm told. So I was wondering if there was a team change in progress. Captain seems very docile right now. But no, going to grab a lily for the red team from the blue team's base. The blue team has lilies just thinning out left and right. Has room for one more. Going to grab it as well. Oh my gosh. The blue team has just been completely decimated by this invasion. The red team coming in. They just had some success with the red team invasion, and now things are probably evening out here. There are so many lilies that have been changing hands, it's almost impossible to keep up at this point. Let's take a look. Wilbo is here on the beach, going to be planting some lilies just on the beach. Perhaps a punishment has occurred where he has to drop them. The last I heard is Wilbo stole 2 more lilies. But I think this might be a strategy for Wilbo, burying lilies just on the shore where no one would probably really look. This is an interesting strategy. I would say it's a pretty dangerous place. They're not hidden behind anything, but they're hidden just far enough south to where people may not go. It does seem that, meanwhile, Angela and Donnie, they're directionally challenged. Oh, our scorekeepers are just commentating themselves now, I believe. Wilbo is explaining his strategy. Let's listen in real quick.
Well, they're just going to come back here and take these. I don't know what to do.
We may have missed it.
They're in no good spot. There aren't really any good hiding
We do see
spots.
Cora up top falling into pitfalls. And Wilbo has a 10-minute timer up. Can carry 3 lilies for 10 minutes, but had just planted 2.
And it took me a while to set that up, so I'll just skip around. I think that's good enough.
Hi.
Hello.
Are you speaking in code? What did you just say?
All right. So we are just checking in. Wilbo is in the red base right now. I'm just now seeing this. Wilbo's going to take some more lilies. Wilbo taking full advantage of the opportunity to carry 3 lilies at once, waltzed right into the red team's back door and grabbed an excess of lilies. Here's the 3rd one right now. Oh my gosh. Wilbo's making out like a bandit. Oh, perhaps this is the 3rd one. Maybe some connection issues occurring because we are seeing a little bit of that lag. Wilbo can just leave now. Out the pipe, it seems. Thinking about it. Is Wilbo going to do some damage first? Yes, Wilbo is going to expose the red team's warp pipe and then probably exit out of it as well. Let's see if there's a fight right now for who's going to leave the red team's warp pipe. We are fundraising for Okabe, who's fallen on some hard times. The community is rallying together, so your donations manipulate this game that we're watching right now. And Wilbo just got the advantage a little while ago to carry 3 lilies when they're normally only allowed to carry 2. So this is something to keep in mind. You can manipulate the outcome of this match by having people swap teams or sending them punishments or distinct advantages. So that is how this works right now. The links are down below. So thank you for all the support. It does appear that we've raised quite a bit already on our goal here. Let me move to Trongy's screen, where we can see we're almost 50% of the way to that goal. Trongy is leaving the blue base currently and going to head to the beach, perhaps not on purpose, because jumping back in the pipe. All right. Silly Heather Plays is going to do some destruction over on the red team base, perhaps some fortifying, actually. what I'm seeing and what I'm reading is not matching. But yes, it looks like Silly Other Plays is hanging out the red base, where they've been hit pretty hard. Unfortunately, they've lost quite a few lilies. The back entrance is completely exposed, and some new fortifications are being made right now. All right. We're going to keep looking around. Does it seem like folks are just exploring? Yes, we do have... oh, look at this. Corey Dune. Going to go ahead and remove the defenses that have literally just been put up at the red base and try to waltz right in. Now, if Heather is really quick here, can body block. She can body block right here. Oh, here we go. I would say this is progress for Corey, who is in a pitfall, but, you know, making pretty good headway for getting into this base. A bit of body blocking, some pitfalls. The pitfalls, I would say, are buying a little bit of time. But now we're in trouble. Corey Dune has access to the right side here. Oh, boy. What is going to happen next? Oh, Corey Dune going to use a ladder. Unexpected move by Corey Dune to try and evade any kind of trickery here. Look at all those lilies that the red team has managed to loosely protect with a couple of shrubs. Let's just pick those up right now and begin raiding their stash. Captain's going to jump in the pipe, walk away from this fight, not really interested. Trongy is here. Will Trongy help? No! Corey Dune is going to grab 2 lilies, expose the warp pipe, and make an escape. Look at that. Corey Dune chipping away at the red team's very, very high score right now. There we go. Once again, it is getting very, very ridiculous right now. Captain's in the blue base, thinking about stealing some lilies back from the blue team. Now, here we go. Corey Dune has just arrived at the blue base. Will she plant down the extra lilies that were just grabbed? It does seem like they're trying to make some space here. Now, it seems that Captain Axe already has 2 lilies, so perhaps we just missed the thievery. We're being told that Silly Heather Plays has to swim around the island as a punishment. There's so much going on, everybody. I can't keep up anymore. I really can't. But that's okay. This live stream is actually brought to you by Anka's Antiques. Anka's Antiques for when you like old stuff. All right. Silly Other Plays is taking that lap around the island. Meanwhile, Trongy is going to be at the red base looking to do some damage. And it does seem like damage is being done. Oh, Trongy's looking to protect. Sorry. Again, people keep moving around, and I've not gotten with the program. Cora is leaving currently. Cora is on the blue team and leaving the red base, which means that perhaps she has taken some lilies of her own. We can see that replay here of Cora leaving because it's slightly delayed. Let me go ahead and refresh that. Cora is way out front of the entire map right now. Maybe just looking for some extra lilies. Maybe looking for an interesting route back to the blue team. And let's check on Angela and Donnie, who have been, pretty good about hiding lilies here, there, and everywhere. It does seem like they're trying to protect some lilies that are hidden just outside the blue team's base on the beach. And this is interesting. So just planting some extra shrubs, trying to obscure the extra lilies that have been hidden. I was told earlier that they have a harebrained plan, so I don't know what that is, but this could be part of it. So Angela and Donnie going to run down here on the beach, satisfied with the work that they have done. Captain Axe going to type out a message. Let's spy here. Let's see what it says. Tell me. Oh boy, we got to get Captain Axe, the Nintendo Online app. Tell me your. Okay, what do we got? Tell me your secret? Tell me your secrets. Oh boy. For gold? Tell me your secrets for gold. Huh. Tell me your secrets for... I don't know what that means. Oh. Wait a minute. I did just notice in Catnax's inventory an obscene amount of gold nuggets. Huh. We are exactly, by the way, now seeing the screen here, 50% of the way to our goal. We're raising money for Okabe, who's fallen on some hard times, and your donations are affecting this game in a big way. We've seen a lot of chaos and madness. I don't know what's going on here. Let's check it out. Canada Crossing is going to go ahead and chop down all the trees in front of the blue team's base. Interesting strategy. What this is going to do is take trees out of play. So if the blue team is trying to use trees as defense and they begin to run out from their inventories, they cannot come out here and try and grab any. It also puts a lot of stuff on the ground, which means less places to hide things. That's probably really what Canada's doing here, trying to reveal as many hiding spots as possible. There is a Lily just sitting right there, but perhaps Canada's inventory is full and can't do anything about it right now. Interesting strategy. Very, very, very interesting. Having no trees around your base is going to cause some issues. Wilbo is behind the entire map currently, perhaps looking for some lilies or some trouble to get into. We're being told that Captain is struggling to get back to the red base because Trongy has blocked the red team's pipe, and it does continue to be blocked off. Perhaps Trongy will be nice here and let his teammate, come visit the base. We will see. I have to assume that Captain has some stuff that they need to drop off. So very rude to, leave the pipe completely blocked off. It looks like Captain Axe is going to need to find a different way back to the base, but we'll keep trying. Perhaps the red team is not doing the best job at effectively communicating. All right, taking a look now at, I believe this is Angela and Donnie's screen. We are seeing them scope out the map. They're looking for Able Sisters. They're looking around, trying to see if there are any other places lilies could possibly be hidden. And a $25 donation has come in. A $25 donation, of course, means that somebody is going to need to swim a lap around the island. Captain is really fighting those pipes. We're hearing that Captain has been going in and out of pipes this whole time, and perhaps thinking about, nope, not giving up. We are not giving up the fight here. And it does seem like the red warp pipe is still blocked over on the red team side. Oh, on the right side here, Angela and Donnie breaking in to the red team base. Still Angela and Donnie on the blue team. Dongela there breaking in. They're brute forcing their way on the right side entrance, the most vulnerable entrance in the entire map. Perhaps that's the rear entrance now, given this new layout. But here they are. They're going to dig up trees. They probably have a pretty hearty inventory of food right now, so this is not a problem for them. Trongy's going to go ahead and plant a bush. Dongela's going to dig it up, and their pockets are full. One downside to digging up trees as opposed to cutting them down, you will run into this problem. So Dongela's now going to need to figure out what to do next. If I were them, I would go ahead and drop some pitfalls, personally. Just saying. But instead, they're going to pick up some weeds and contemplate their actions. So Trongy is going to continue defending the red base. Meanwhile, Canada Crossing is probably the one that has to make that lap around the island that we saw just a little while ago. Yep, it is Canada Crossing indeed, taking that lap. Trongy is going to defend the red base, where it seems that Captain Axe finally, without using the pipe, has made it home. Let's see. It does appear that they are going to go ahead and plant their 2 lilies. Meanwhile, Dongela, just outside the red base, trying their darndest to maybe create some space in their inventory. They have laid off their attack for now. They're opening up a couple of slots just here and there. It may be time to thin out some of the trees here around the red team base. It is completely overgrown. There is so much stuff everywhere, and their inventory is quite full indeed. Silly Heather Plays buried 2 lilies over on the red team side, or at least is planning on it. They're going to be digging their way in. I'm going to go ahead and no, if I refresh, there might be an ad, and I don't want to watch an ad, so I'm not going to do that. We're just gonna see if that's what's happening right now. Wilbo is going to run around the maze, the big maze. There are some lilies hidden in this maze, so it does look like Wilbo might get lucky here and manage to grab maybe a couple. Silly Heather Plays has made it into the red base, repairing the damage that had been done to the front door, or the side door rather, and has 2 lilies to plant in the red team side. Trongy is going to trap their teammate for some reason, because Trongy just continues to cause a ton of chaos. Angela and Donnie coming in from behind, going to tear down the side door, and Silly Heather is going to let them in by taking out that extra bush. They're going to body block. Meanwhile, Angela and Donnie going to grab the second set of bushes now. Trongy is going to get in and try and body block as well. It may be time for them to jump over that little bit of water there and get around the back. But let's see. Can they body block in time? Oh boy. Let's see. Can they make it inside the red base? No. The body block was successful, and now Angela and Donnie find themselves completely trapped in the red team entrance. What is going to happen now? I don't know if Angela and Donnie can make it out of this one. They have been completely blocked in. Maybe time to call rescue services and make their way out of this entrance. Will they move? Will they move? Trongy getting a little impatient here. Taking pictures. Shaming Angela and Donnie. And it just won't end for them. It just won't end. There's other stuff happening, but this is just riveting right now. Let's just take a quick peek. Well, we'll wait. We'll come back to that. Cat Max is looking to find some more lilies over in the middle of the island. Wilbo still exploring the maze, trying to find some extra lilies hidden around this. We do know a number of them are hidden in this area. Cora is going to be interesting, right behind all the action here that's going on at the side entrance of the red team base. Now, we know that Trongy is blocking in Angela and Donnie with the help of Silly Heather. Cora is going to take advantage of this and just go ahead and raid the red team base right behind them. Remove some of the defenses. Probably already stole some lilies. What a disaster. It seems that Trongy and Silly Heather have no idea that their base has been invaded. Cora going to grab that second lily and perhaps make that escape out of the red team base. No, Cora's going to stay. Cora's going to stay and continue to remove the defenses. Now, another member of the blue team jumps in. Corey Dune going to try and also take some flowers. Angela and Donnie still blocked in. Cat and Axe coming to assess the damage, seeing that their base is getting completely taken over. Meanwhile, Corey Dune going to grab 2 more lilies from the red team base. This is getting ridiculous. The red team is completely caught with the rug pulled out from under them. Their pants around their ankles, as they say. Cat Max is going to do their best to block in Corey Dune. It's not going to work. Corey Dune with way too many options to escape. Meanwhile, Angela and Donnie still blocked in by Trongy and Silly Heather. They will not move. They don't care how many lilies the rest of the team steals. It's the principle. It is the principle of the thing. You do not come in through the side door of the red team base without dealing with this. Trongy's going to get up. Trongy's seen enough, and Angela and Donnie are now loose inside the red team base. We do know that the blue team has stolen a number of lilies, and Angela and Donnie are going to come up here, and they are going to steal some lilies from the red team as well. The red team's score has just been completely decimated by the blue team, who's come in and just leveled them completely, utterly. Stolen so much. They're going to need to drop something here. They're going to go ahead and plant a tree. It won't let them. They need to go and rebury the lily, but that's okay. They do have the advantage here. They'll drop the apple. They will dig up the lily again. Oh my gosh. Wilbo is still in the maze, finding more and more lilies, which is fantastic. So 2 lilies in Wilbo's inventory, which is, again, a huge win for the blue team. Wilbo is still on the blue team. So this is quite a big turn of events here. The blue team has just raided the red team base. They have a lot. They have a lot of the lilies from the red team. It does seem that the blue team is trying to perhaps raid yet again. Corey Dune finding themselves back and stealing more lilies from the red team. Unfreaking believable. Corey Dune coming back for seconds, planting some flowers in their wake just to make life a little bit more challenging for their former team. Oh my gosh. They're going to go ahead and continue fortifying the red team base for them on their behalf, maybe feeling a little bit guilty about the carnage that has been caused, stealing that second lily now. Oh my goodness. The blue team is here to play. Wow. Unbelievable. Planting more trees, dropping more fruit, causing utter chaos and destruction. They've unstacked the fruit, and they're going to drop junk, just junk everywhere around the red team base. And it seems that a $100 donation has just come in. Now, looking at the donation list, $100 means that, someone needs to drop every lily in their pocket. Who is that going to be? We do know that Wilbo just got disconnected for 5 minutes from voice chat, so Wilbo can no longer chat with the team. We are waiting to see who needs to drop all the lilies. Koramora going to participate in some mass deforestation. It looks like they just finished up decimating the trees outside of red team's base, which again, good strategy. An eye for an eye, I say. They've gone in and completely, probably anyway, totally ruined the red team's hiding spots. Everyone has been asked to swim a lap. Every player. Which donation was that? Hang on. Everyone had swim one lap around the island. Was that the $100 donation instead of drop lilies? I don't know what. I have no idea anymore what's going on. Okay, so right now, currently, because of your donations, everyone needs to swim a lap around the island, which is a great time to tell you about the sponsor of this event today, and that is going to be Brewster from The Roost. The Roost is serving delicious coffee for here or to go. All you need to do is take a trip to the museum. I know, museums can be very boring, very monotonous. You've seen one museum, you've seen them all, but you've not yet been to the Roost and experienced a nice hot cup of coffee. Make sure to say no to the pigeon milk. Check out the Roost today. Everyone is still swimming that lap around the island, and still not sure. Yes, the $100 had a message for everyone on the blue team to swim. So that's 4 $25 donations. Gotcha. So the $25 donation is to swim a lap, and everyone has to make that lap because of the message. Maybe it was 25 per. No, Wilbo is going to be in the maze still, perhaps waiting to swim his lap. I'm not sure, or maybe he already did. It's a bit confusing. There's a lot of people to pay attention to. Let's just keep watch on Wilbo here, who is, stuck in the maze. Okay, so this is not by choice. Wilbo would love to swim that lap, going to have to do it later after finding a way out of this ridiculous maze. Oh my goodness. But we know has 2 lilies from this maze, which was a worthwhile expedition. And with everybody else having to swim an entire lap around this island, probably getting close to wrapping that up soon, we know the score is pretty locked in. We know the red team recently lost a lot of points, and we know the blue team is holding on to those points. So what is going to happen here? Some battles in the ocean there as people begin to swim their laps. Oh my gosh. Wilbo still trying to make his way out. We see more people swimming laps in the distance. Can Wilbo get into the water? It seems that Wilbo can finally start that lap around the island. Oh my gosh. It took a very long time, but it looks like Wilbo is out now. Oh my gosh. Here in the booth, people are putting gifts up. Just keep swimming. There he goes, following the pack. Wilbo has a very long way to swim, though. Everybody else probably getting close to completing that lap. Wilbo's just getting started, though. Let's see who ends up out of here first. It's hard to tell because I don't know where everyone started their laps. A $200 donation has just come in, though. $200 means that someone can grab 2 lilies from your base and bring them to the opponent's base, and then head back to your base. I'm not quite sure how to read that. Am I reading that one right? Interesting. Pretty soon here, someone is going to earn 2 lilies from the other team's base. Hopefully there are lilies left in either of the bases to take in the first place. So $200. Oh, excuse me. The $200 instead came with a message for the red team to swim 2 laps. Wow. Oh, wow. So the red team, which currently consists of Canada Crossing, Captain Axe, Trongy, and then Silly Heather Plays, they are now made to swim 2 entire laps because of that $200 donation. No one cares about the moving lilies from one place to another. No, I just want to watch a live stream where my favorite streamers have to swim around an island. You love to see it. You love the chaos. You love the confusion. Everybody right now is swimming for the opportunity to take home the trophy. Which team will bring it home? Let us know right now. Who do you think is going to win after the carnage we saw at the red team's base? Who is winning this exhibition match of the Lost Race? Let us know right now who you think in the comments below or in the chat. So it's looking like we're going to hit the goal for Okabe, who again has fallen on some pretty hard times here, and the community is rallying around to help them. The donations manipulating this game quite a bit. The goal is to raise $1,500. 89% of that goal has been made already, and we are not done yet. It is madness. It is chaos. It is confusion. Let's check on the blue team right now. Koromora swimming those laps right now. We have Wilbo swimming that lap as well. Let's check out Angela and Donnie swimming their lap. It looks like the blue team is still going to need to keep swimming. Corey Dune. No, Corey Dune is back in action, checking out the red team's base. Everybody except Corey Dune is swimming around the island. Corey is going to plant roses. Corey Dune from the blue team. Oh, there might be a team swap in progress. Wait a minute. Something's happening. Something is happening. The teams are moving around quite a bit in the chat. Let's take a listen. This might be chaotic for a second.
This is fun.
This is insane.
This is crazy. Is everybody still swimming?
I'm almost to the
Yes.
end. Do you think this
I
is
finished swimming.
Okay,
Oh,
if
you
the car's
finished?
done, I should be done.
Yeah,
I'm not swimming.
I think you went a little further.
You did. Oh well.
I think I went a
Okay.
little too far too, but
See what?
All right, you guys.
You can't get them.
I'm
Alright.
sorry that we
There's no way to get
that I
to it.
pushed you out of the water.
You're not.
So all the teams have jumped into the blue team's voice chat, or all the team members from the red team jumped into the blue team's voice chat. Not sure what this means. Makes my job really hard because I don't know who's on what team anymore. Corey Dune's leaving the red base. No idea if anything was stolen, but does make it back into the blue base. I have to assume Corey Dune's still on the blue team. But again, really hard to tell. Wilbo's allowed to jump back into voice now. That punishment is over. So that is good to see. Oh, it looks like it's 69% of the way, by the way. My eyes just... No, this one says 90%. Interesting. I'm not sure why those donation goals are so... Oh, there it is, 91%. It has updated. So Corey Dune is in the blue base. I have no idea who's on what team anymore. Cora can now carry 3 for 10 minutes, though, which is really good because Cora is no longer swimming and is walking around the island. So this is good to see. A donation has come in that has allowed Cora to grab 3 lilies instead of the normal 2. We are really close to that donation goal as well, and it does seem as though people are getting very excited about manipulating this game. Some advantages now to the blue team. The blue team went in. They decimated the red team base. Cora's going to run past that lily. Let's see. Does that mean she already has the 3? Interesting. Cora's outside the blue team base right now. Let's see if she plants down some lilies and then goes back for those 2 that are sitting outside, exposed outside in front of the blue team base. Everyone has decided to confuse me. I feel personally attacked right now, given that I have no idea what's happening, who's on what team. Oh, it's base swap time. Is that what's happening? A $300 donation has come in. $300 means that teams need to swap their score areas. The blue team is now the red team, and the red team is now the blue team. As far as the score is concerned, Cora found some lilies here on the beach, but has a full inventory. We are now at 111% of our donation goal. So real quick, just huge shout out to all of you who have been donating, who are helping out somebody in need. It is super, super cool to see. And yeah, we did it. We are well over that goal now and not done yet. There is so much race to still be had. There goes Wilbo running up north. I'm not sure. Everyone is everywhere. I'm assuming now, nope, the laps may not be done for some folks. We do see right now in the blue base, there we go. Corey Dune going to switch to the red team hat. Now officially considering themselves a member of the red team. That means all the damage that the blue team did to this base is now on them. The score areas have been swapped. So Corey Dune is going to plant the lilies that have been stolen. Now, keep in mind, when the blue team decimated this base and took like all their lilies, they didn't really get a chance to go back and plant them. So this might actually work out in their favor. They can now take over this base, claim it as their own, the former blue team, and they can start planting what they stole just moments ago. Probably a really good time for the team swap to have occurred here. So it's very interesting to see this come together. Silly Heather's still swimming. Trongy is still swimming. Cora is at the front of the base, the starting area. Wilbo is in the middle by the village. Cat and Axe swimming around the island. Canada Crossing swimming around the island. We have Angela and Donnie in the blue base. But the blue base was their former home. Perhaps they're looking to take some lilies before they head over. Now they're wearing a red sweater too. Which, by the way, I do appreciate. That does make my life a little bit easier because I can tell who's doing what now. Let's keep an eye out and see. It does look like there are 13 minutes left. 13 minutes left. Let me jump in here real quick. I've been told there are 13 minutes left. I think I missed the 15-minute mark, but there are 13 minutes. Hey. Why? How are you feeling about the swap score areas? I do apologize. There have been some conversation going on, and I did not have it unmuted for you. So, yeah, just one more thing that I wasn't doing right. But the teams have been notified that there are only 13 minutes left in this race. I don't know if donations are going to impact that at this point or not, but they are very not excited about the team swap. I did ask them about that, and you didn't get to hear their response, so I do apologize. They are wishing that it happened just a few minutes later. When they were done swimming. But meanwhile, we've seen that the red team base, which has been taken over by the blue team, has been, made a home for our former blue team members. They are doing a pretty good job of getting everything placed down where it belongs in their new place. Angela and Donnie hiding some lilies behind the red team base and are going to, continue, I assume, anyway, making those fortifications. Here's Corey Dune re-entering the red team base now. Things are not looking great here. There's still a lot of areas that are fully exposed, so that is going to be an issue. Silly Heather's still swimming here. Trongy's still swimming. Cora is no longer swimming and looking to maybe grab some more lilies from the blue side, bring them to the red side. Let's see here. I'm just keeping up with what's going on in the background. Trongy did say he wanted to barricade the beaches in future Lost Rays matches just to keep swimming from being a thing ever again. Not enjoying the swimming punishment. Will there be a timer? I don't think there will be this time. I think it's just that chaotic. So I'm relying on everybody in the background here. There's 10 minutes left. I'm relying on everyone in the background to keep me posted on the time. We did miss our opportunity to start a timer here. So 10 minutes left in this round. Wilbo's at the blue base right now. Wilbo needs to bring things over to the red team's side. Yes, do keep in mind that the teams have swapped. So the new blue team is Canada Crossing, Cat and Axe, Silly Other Plays, and Trongy. The new red team consists of Dongela, Koramora, Corey Dune, and Wilbo. So Wilbo here in the blue base, that's technically now an invasion. And it does seem like Trongy's out of the water. I'm seeing Silly Heather Plays still trying to find a way out of the water. We have Corey Dune here wearing the red team hat, but yes, on the red team. I'm very confused by the team swap. I'm completely confused. I just cannot keep up anymore. Canada Crossing is on the new blue team, swimming around that island. It's not looking great. So Trongy is going to be in the red base where they do not belong, and going to be looking to maybe grab some of the lilies. An invasion occurring right before our eyes. 2 lilies stolen from the red team base. The game is back in progress. There's 6 minutes left on the official clock, 3 extra minutes. And a timer has been started in the background here. So we are about 9 minutes left in the game. I'm keeping a close eye on the clock that you can't see, so I do apologize for that. Trongy is back in the red base, trying to manipulate the pipes so that he can leave to put the flowers in his new blue base. Let's take a look. Cora is going to try and block off this pipe so no more shenanigans can occur there. Wilbo, now on the red team, going to look around the maze again. Successful last time. Why not? Check it out. Captain Axe is in the blue base now, assessing the damage, trying to figure out the state of things. Needs to get some lilies. This entire blue team, this new blue team, needs to get some lilies in this base. The time is ticking, and the fact that there is not an in-game timer is probably taking off a lot of pressure from these teams, and that needs to change. The fact that they don't really seem to be in a hurry here is going to be an issue. The lilies need to make it into that sand pit before the time is up. All right, let's take a look here. We're going to see that we're behind I believe this is the blue base. Yep. And Angela and Donnie are thinking about sneaking into the blue base. No longer their home. They're checking different spots that they've hid lilies in the past. Can I take anything else? 1 lily in their inventory right now. Is there any other lily hiding back anywhere that I can take back with me to the red base? Oh my gosh. Let us know who you think is going to take this home. They did find one. Angela and Donnie grab another lily, second lily in their inventory, taking it home to the red team base. They're going to replant it. That is confusing. The crowd immediately stops cheering, not sure what's happening there, and everybody is confused by this turn of events. Angela and Donnie do seem confused as well. Waltzing right into the blue base, which is not very well fortified at the moment. Blue team still trying to kind of get things figured out. They inherited this base. It was a total mess. Angela and Donnie seem to be interested in using the warp pipe to make their escape. I'm being told that everybody from the blue team is begging to be swapped to the red team. The chat here holds a lot of the cards because, as you know, donations are what drive some of the chaos and confusion happening. And somebody did drop that $300 donation that caused a base swap just moments ago. That base swap has made my job very confusing, very hard to keep track of what's going on. But the blue team is now the red team is now the blue team, and now it looks like the former red team, now the blue team, begging for another base swap. Unbelievable. Well, it's kind of believable. I mean, I would be too. If it happened once, who knows? It could happen again. And it's for someone who could really use the help. So, who knows? Who knows? I'm being told that Trongy had to take a phone call and is now muted. Let's go ahead. Let's listen in.
I want to plant these 2, but I want you to sit in them.
Oh, okay, sure. Actually, if you plant 4, I think I could sit on 4.
I only have 2 on me.
It does seem like that
Ah,
call is
okay.
over.
Here, I'm gonna put him right here.
Get out
Hold
of
on.
base. We need to prevent them. They're-
Koi!
Oh.
No, Koi! Koi, no!
Wait, if they
What?
play, if they,
There it is. Another donation for $300 from Koi has just come in, which means another team swap is now about to occur. The blue team, once again the red team. The red team, once again the blue team. Unbelievable. It is just sheer madness. But everything is now back in balance as far as these teams are concerned, maybe except for what is now the blue team. They did just get settled in to the red team base. Cora is going to be lost instead of Forrest next to the red team base. Wilbo is in the red team base right now, panicking, trying to grab up as many lilies as he can to bring back to now the blue base. And it's getting very tense here. Cora is going to join in as well. Let's check out Captain Axe is going to try and make his way back to the red team base, where their score has just increased quite a bit. It does seem like Canada Crossing is behind the red team base right now, now on the red team, and looking to just kind of scope out, see what's going on. Hey, how many lilies? How many lilies you guys got back here? Because these are mine now. The blue team is scrambling, absolutely scrambling to try and collect themselves. Minutes left in this race now, and the score has just flip-flopped. Angela and Donnie going to check and see, have our lilies survived all this time? We planted these back here as insurance a long time ago. Yes, it does look like nobody has come and grabbed the lilies that Angela and Donnie planted. A $300 donation has just come in. That means once again, the teams are going to swap. It is just madness. It is just madness. The generosity is one thing. The team swapping is a whole nother. My job continues to get incredibly difficult. It's not fair. It's not just. I didn't do anything. I just want to make that, listen, I just want to make it clear that I didn't do anything. Why do this to me, though? But me. Koi continues to just make this race a headache for me. How am I supposed to cope here? How am I supposed to... This broadcast is brought to you by Harv's. Harv is an island, and if you have a van and you're kind of homeless, you can live on that island. All you need is a van and, maybe like $1 million bells. $1 million bells to rent yourself a spot. But if you use the code BirdFeed220 when you're at checkout, when you're reserving your spot, you can save 2% on that first half night. So there you go. Harv's Island for when you need to get away. All right. We see here Angela and Donnie back in the blue base. Leaving now. Donations still coming in. $120 just came in. Now I got to check for myself. $120 donation is not on the list, so I'm going to have to wait and see what that means for everybody. So I'm checking the chat right now. There's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Let's give them the 2-minute warning right now.
Yeah, just voice.
2-minute warning. So everyone's aware, 2-minute warning.
okay, everybody just sit on.
Patty 4.
2-minute warning.
So
Everybody,
2
just
minutes.
2 minutes
That's
left.
what I'm
All
gonna
right.
do.
2-minute warning.
Thank you.
There are 2 minutes left. The teams must now make their way back to their bases. Take what lilies they can, lick their wounds, and try their best to have some semblance of a score when this game ends. I don't know what's going to happen. Koi is threatening, holding his wallet, threatening everybody with it. The lilies are everywhere. They're on the map. They're in the bases. They're in pockets. We don't know how this last 2 minutes is going to shake out, but it's over 164% of the goal. Everybody can rest their wallets now if they want to, but that's not happening. No, this community is far too generous for that. It does seem like Silly Heather's going to hang out now in the blue base. Silly Heather is on the new blue team. It's getting very confusing on my end. I think Silly Heather belongs right where they are, sitting on these flowers, I would hope. I don't know. There's extra people on the new red team. So I don't know what's going on. Koi's in that chat with them, but not Koi, sorry, Trongy, but actually Trongy is in a neutral zone. So no, Trongy is disconnected from the chats, which is interesting. Cora is in the red base at the moment. Not sure if they belong there. Don't know what's happening anymore. Don't care. Cora is going to be here, though, and maybe plant some extra defenses. And yes, maybe Cora is going to make a home out of the red base. Do they belong here? Anybody in this base? I don't know. I really don't. I don't think you know. 20 seconds and time is up. There it is. It's done. The race is over. The race is over. It was madness. It was chaos. My voice hurts. And I think maybe Koi, there was a donation for an extra minute. What is happening right now? Is the race over or not? Let's see what ends up happening here. I'm going to jump into this room. Okay, is the race done or not? So I'm being told another minute was added, but I don't know if that's official. Oh, sorry, no one could hear you. Now they can. So, yeah, Trongy also has no idea, is what I'm being told. So everyone's kind of waiting, taking a seat.
Oh, no one told me that at all. I was in by myself.
So do you want me to give them the 1 minute warning?
Yeah, sure. We can do the 1 minute warning.
Sure, I'll be right back.
All right.
1 minute has been added. You have 1 minute.
Sitting in your red. We can hold 3. Just grab them all.
1 minute has been added. You all have 1 minute to cause as much chaos as possible. Good luck.
Thank you, Dan. Bye.
My way in.
All right, there you go. 1 minute.
Okay, so I can plant this then. Oh wait, they're stealing my flowers. Get away. Is this the same thing you had to go through?
Yes.
Shoot.
Yes.
Shoot.
My smartwatch let me know that the stress was through the roof. So good luck.
Wait, Europeans? I'm telling my chat that Europeans don't have basements. How'd you?
All right, I'll be back in a little bit.
All right.
Okay, it's about to be decided. Who's going to take it home? The teams are fighting for their lives. A minute was added to the clock. Yet again, it continues to get extended. The race goes on. Why? How? What is happening right now? 1 minute added to the lost race. Who is going to take it home? 1 more minute. 1 more minute has been added. Oops.
It's unblocked. It's
1 more minute
Okay.
has been added.
This
1
is
more
a
minute.
mess. This is
I have
bad.
one lily planted down.
1 more
Remember,
minute.
we can hold 3.
We are now blue
We can hold
again,
3.
I
A
see.
crossing minute. Got you.
Yeah, 1 more crossing minute has been added. One
Yes,
more
from the
crossing
pipe.
minute has been added.
What?
Okay.
Say that again?
1 more minute.
Another minute.
Okay.
1
can do
more
a-
minute added to the clock. 1 more minute.
Oh my god. Oh, Dan, can you find out for me how long I have to be here by myself?
Oh, I have no idea. There's quite a delay in what I'm being told and what's, what I'm telling you. So they told me the time was up, but I only just told everyone there was a minute. So now I'm going to have to wait a minute before I tell everybody that they have to stop.
Got it. I'm just gonna sit here. I'm just gonna sit here. I lost track.
Maybe you should just go back to the team. It'll be okay.
Okay.
I won't tell. All right. So we're waiting the final seconds now. Minutes being added left and right. Cap's going to drop 2 lilies in the red team base and sit upon them. It seems that everyone with these 1 minutes at a time being added is going to kind of be, paralyzed with fear. They don't know exactly what to do. Wilbo's going to steal. And I don't know. I guess Wilbo is on the other team, having trouble stealing those lilies. Adds a minute. Okay, $20 have been donated. All right, now it's getting really dicey here.
There.
1 more minute has been added. 1 more minute.
follow course.
One more minute has been added.
What was blocking me?
All right, there we go. And everybody now knows yet another minute has been added to the clock. It does seem that people are not taking full advantage of these extra 1 minutes at a time being added to the clock. They are going to just kind of chill out, sit down. We can see just ahead here of Canada Crossing that pretty much everyone is in this base up here. Let's go to Cora's screen on the red team, or in the red team base rather. Going to steal some lilies and try to just kind of chip away at the red team's score. It's pretty much just a massive party at the red team base right now. I don't have a good grasp on the time, unfortunately, so I don't know what's happening. I need my folks to let me know when the time is up in the background here. Yeah, almost 2% of that goal. Everyone's being so generous. Thank you all for participating today. I'm thinking perhaps maybe we're getting to the end of this. I'm waiting to hear if the time has officially run out or if more time has been added. Let me see here. I'm asking now. Time is up. The time is up. Here we go. Let's let them know.
That one.
The time is up. Shovels down. The time
Yay!
is up.
Woo! Thank God.
The time is up. Shovels down. The time is up.
Okay.
Officially this
GG's.
I think officially this time, yes.
time? Okay.
All right. There it is. The scores will now need to be tallied. I don't think at this point there'll be more time added because it needs to end at some point. So the time is officially up, and now everybody can just relax in the carnage of what was once their bases. My goodness. What a race. What a race we've had today. Well, by the way, this race was brought to you by Rover. Looking for a suitcase? Perhaps a picture of Rover? Well, stop on by Rover's private island. Every May Day, you have the opportunity to get a free suitcase or a picture of Rover and literally nothing else. You have the opportunity to compete in a maze you probably already did simply by getting on a plane during the month of May. Check out Rover during a May Day near you. All right, we are waiting to see the results of the race now. We're checking in. People are, kind of going from base to base, checking out the various bits of carnage, what's left behind here of the race. And a score will now need to be tallied. Let's listen in for a sec.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm still not back home. Wait, am I home? Yeah, I'm home.
Why can't I do this? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
We currently have no idea where the score is, but it's being tallied up right now before our eyes. And soon we will know the winner of the Lost Race, of this edition of the Lost Race, I should say. This is, of course, an exhibition match. So the winning team will not be moving on to an additional round or anything like that. This was an event specifically to help a friend in need. And boy, did you help. Almost 200% towards the goal of $1,500. That will go a long way of helping someone get back on their feet who's going through a really rough time. So that was a lot. There was a lot of things that occurred there, and that was quite the game to endure for all of us, for me especially. I think I had the most stressful job of all, and I'm going to take that away from everybody else and say that I definitely suffered the most throughout this entire match. Yes, that's right, me. I did. Of course, I'm kidding. Of course, I'm kidding. I want to thank Trongy for putting this all together, by the way. We are waiting to see what the score is. Let's take a listen once again.
That was amazing. Do it again. No.
Oh my God.
Do they still think we're playing?
I don't know.
We're not playing,
I
everybody. We're just packing the lilies together.
No, but D'Angelo was digging up lilies.
I know.
Or are they just trying to help us?
2 of mine. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I really thought there'd be more pitfalls in play than there were.
Oh, I fell in about 10 pitfalls today.
Oh,
so.
well,
They don't really slow people up as much.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
No problem.
Because I only fell in one.
Oh wait, crap! I had one in my pocket. Minus one of these. I didn't even realize. Sorry. I'm trying to be fair.
No, it's good. Be honest.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many we got over here?
Hold on. There's one more. I got bring it over.
There's one right here. I'm gonna bring over too.
I am being no help.
You're just looking pretty, X.
Here.
I'm just trying to stay out of the way. There's just too much
It's about
going on.
it's about to pour outside.
Here, everyone, look at my shark.
There's none up here. No.
Oh, 200%.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh my God, yes.
200% of the goal just raised there. Look at that. Let's take a listen here on Cora's screen.
You know, I'm just gonna surround you in bushes and like.
Oh, we did it! We win!
I have some pitfalls we can put around him.
No, I don't think we should do that.
Just gonna dig a hole. Just gonna plant
can't
a
hold me.
bush. Oh, I stole your hole. You were free to steal my hole.
Well, there you go. That's what's happening over on the blue side as the score is tallied up. Shout out again to Trongy for all the help here. We're going back into the neutral zone here. Let's take a listen.
Back from vacation. Next week I'm going to South Korea.
1, 2,
Ooh,
3,
fun.
4, 5, 6,
I'm-
7, 8,
oh,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, we got 15.
Okay.
Okay.
Well.
Well, well.
Oh well.
That was so
Alright.
confusing at the end.
It was.
All right, I'm coming to go come count your guys'.
I'm still
lilies.
confused.
Who's coming to counter lilies?
Heather is. Hi. I volunteered as
Yeah.
tribute.
Hold on.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't.
Well, I was trying to give Trong a break and be nice. But
This
it's
seems
backfired.
biased. I don't know.
Wait, who knocked out all these damn trees over here? Who went
Me,
ham?
because Danny did it to us.
Oh
Who,
my
me?
God.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
I think we swam 4 laps.
Chloe said,
Yeah.
Oh, hi, confused. I thought he said, I'm confused. I'm like, you're the one who was creating the
All right,
confusion.
they have 1, 2. They have 2.
Oh, I like how
3,
the beans move
4.
the bush.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm in your way.
Hey, Danny, take a lap.
Here, can you guys go
I'm
up
never
on like
swimming in this
the
game ever again.
inclines really quick?
We have 2 up on the inclines
There's
too.
one back here.
Okay, just so I get so you're not in like the way from me.
Heather, there's one right here.
There's 1, 2 on me. 3. For fuck's sake, I'm
Sorry, we were looking in Willow.
I apologize for the language. I was not aware that we had potty mouths. I apologize for the language. Kids, don't repeat what you hear on the internet.
7, 8. Is that it?
Oh,
Did
I
you
don't
get
think
the
there's
one
any up here. You
behind
can
here?
check.
Did you get
Yes.
this one?
Yes.
I didn't
So
know
1,
it was
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they only have 8.
Did you get the 7 in the
No.
I
back?
only have 8.
Only have 8.
Oh wait, 9,
Hmm.
10,
7 in
10,
the
10.
back.
There's 2 right here. There's 2 right
Did you
here.
Oh
get
yeah, I
Did you
planted
get the
those a
one
while
here?
ago. I
Did you
forgot
get the one
about
here?
those.
Did you get the one here?
I'm glad
Where?
they're still there.
Where are you?
Beside the archway.
Yes.
Did you get
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's
No,
the one I
not
keep
that-
yelling at her
Not
about.
that one. This
This
one.
Yes, that was the first one I counted.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
we got
1,
10.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, they got 10.
Let's go. That's a lot.
At least
So-
you dropped the word only.
How much did the red team get? Thank you.
We got 15.
And by we, you mean us before the last minute of the game?
Yes.
You mean
Basically, yeah. Thank you.
all I'm gonna say is apparently I was being called the MVP across the board, so
Who was blowing wind up your skirt, Lauren?
So So there it is. Red team takes it home. They have officially been announced the winners of this Lost Race exhibition match. We'll continue to listen in on the potty mouths. The red team announced the winners here for the Lost Race.
So he can't even hear us.
Sure.
But he did say that he
Dan.
appreciated one of my steals at one point.
Hey,
so
Dan.
I'm going to take that as an MVP call.
Yes.
I'm
Hey,
proud of all you pioneers.
is Lauren the real MVP? I want to know.
You all are in my heart, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Wow.
That's a yes. He just doesn't want to say it.
Fair.
It's a yes. You just.
You all did a great job, especially Lauren, but all of you.
Especially. Oh my god.
What is happening?
What bias is this? Even
Wow.
the commentator. Come on.
Okay, so
So is this like Mario Party rules? The MVP gets additional flower points on top?
No.
No.
No? Okay.
Because then we'd also get flower
So-
points for most laps swim.
Yes. Thank you.
So Dan, I don't know if you heard the score, but it was red team,
red team
15.
Sweeped them. I did hear.
Read them
I
and
don't know
sweep,
about
baby.
sweep.
I'm
Like,
so upset. They did nothing. We did everything.
What do you mean we swam?
That was the
We
plan
did a lot of
all along.
swimming. We did a lot
Work
of swimming.
smarter.
Yeah, we planted the
not
flowers while you
harder.
swam.
I want to
Work
vouch for.
smarter, not harder.
I want to vouch for
Listen, it
Koi.
was just a stealing party the entire
I don't want to
time.
vouch for Koi.
Koi was the real MVP.
Okay, true.
Koi
That's
really
fair.
was. Good job,
Yeah.
Koi. Good job. Thank you everybody
He
who
wasn't
got
a player,
donated.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
He was the most valuable chaos.
Hey there,
Agent
ask
ever.
Cora what she used to watch on Boomerang. Thank you, Alex.
On Boomerang?
What
What's
did you used to
Boomerang?
watch on Boomerang? I used to watch Boomerang.
I'm pretty sure I started the chop all the trees trend at the first time. Yeah, I did start that trend at the first time I played. I
Wait, I'm
chopped down
confused.
all the trees.
What's boomerang?
I don't. Oh, don't worry. It's just.
There
Don't
was an
worry.
old channel with like cartoons, I guess.
Yeah.
Don't worry
What?
about that.
No. I want
But
to
I'm
know now.
confused
Tell
what-
me, what did you watch?
Who,
I have
me
no idea.
or Cora? Oh.
I have no idea. I never watched any of that.
It really felt like they were setting you up for something.
I
Yeah.
know, right? I was waiting.
Dish
Great.
Cora.
My brain hurts.
Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, Cora.
It's okay.
What is going on? I'm so confused.
I want to go cry.
Yeah, can we just have a group huddle and just cry?
Yes.
I'm
you guys wanna
gonna
do a group
go
picture?
remove all lilies of the valley
Therapy.
from my island.
Can we do one
Yes.
group picture at the entrance?
Yeah, I
Oh, yes,
know
please.
Lily Valley.
Sure. Picture at the entrance.
Well, I'm not going to be invited to the group picture, unfortunately, since I am, here in this booth. But there you have it. The red team takes it home in this exhibition match. I want to thank everybody for participating today, whether it was in the game itself or in the background here in the booth, helping me out, sending messages to me while I've been sitting here trying to get it all figured out. We put it together. It came out pretty well in the end. And, we only had a few technical hiccups, which was great. So, yes, thank you all for joining us today. Personally, I will be back streaming once again on maybe Tuesday or maybe Friday. I don't know. Just keep an eye on the channel. Be sure to go down below into all the links of all the different channels that have participated here in the race today. You can all check them out. Be sure you subscribe to them and enjoy their content. Some play Animal Crossing, some play other stuff too. So there's a lot of amazing content creators to choose from. Shout out to Okabe. Hope everything turns around for you, and congrats. So yeah, thanks everybody. This has been a Lost Race presentation. We'll see you next time.